iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. It's Las Vegas. What does that mean? Everybody goes gambling. Every time we log in here to race on a Monday night, it is a gamble to which driver will go to victory lane to lock themselves in. Tonight, the stakes are higher. There's more chips on the table than there ever has been. Tonight is race number 10 of the season, and that means it is the final race to lock yourself in. Because this, well, it's it. The next is the playoffs. The drivers that don't have to worry about tonight: Max Terriel, Chris Hammett, DJ Anderson, James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Sean Butler. They're in on wins. They don't have to worry about what happens here tonight. Drivers like Ethan Troutman, Michael Trevarthen, Sean Single, and Jeffrey Souza, they look pretty good, but anything can still happen. Drivers like Richard Murdoch and Cole Day, those are the two drivers on the bubble here tonight that we will look at very hard and watch closely tonight, as they are in just by the skin of their teeth. The drivers that are sitting on the outside looking in: Dalton Williamson, Joshua Buckley, and the birthday boy of Tony Strano. Those drivers are on the outside looking in. And then anybody else through the field here tonight, if they win, they get in. That is how it works here. So, we'll see, as it is time now to go down trackside to get the starting lineup here tonight for our race here tonight at Las Vegas. Starting lineup looks like this. Qualifying grid set tonight, brought to us by our friends at Simbox. Starting on the front row here tonight will be the driver of car number 7. That'll be Cody Sleeper, snagging his first ever pole with the series. To his outside, Chris Hammett. Back in row number 2, Shanika Single, piloting car number 11, will start back into row number 2 in the 3rd position and look to the outside, a new number on that machine, and he'll start right alongside his arch nemesis. That's car number 1 here tonight of James Skelton. Starting back in 2P number 5 here tonight, car number 69, that'll be Roy Fernandez, and to the outside of him, the one-armed bandit of DJ Anderson. Back in row number 4, Ethan Troutman will pilot number 62 here tonight, while Sean Butler in the 88, last week's winner, will start alongside. Row number 5 looks like this. He is the number 22. It's the Ginger. It is Craig Schwartz. To his outside, it's the Alienware number 64 of Jason Wells. Row number 6, Tim Combs, the ultimate golfer here tonight in the number 17 machine, and the 42 of Max Terriel. Joshua Buckley and the Grandius Walkers and Canes entry will start on row number 7 with Jeffrey Souza here tonight. Back into the 8th row here tonight, the number 43 of Joe Strano and the number 99 of Cole Day. The number 38, the Beefy Motorsports entry, will start back in row number 9. Alongside him, it's the birthday boy of Tony Strano. And row 10 here tonight, it's the Storm Magnet from the north, car number 21 of Dan Butler, and the Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. Starting back there in row number 11. He's on the outside looking in. Dalton Williamson needs to have a good run here tonight. He'll pilot the number 61. He'll start back in row number 11, while the number 31 of Donald Bennett will go from the 11th row also. Zach Mitchell will start back into the 23rd spot in row number 12 alongside the number 45 of Tim Williams. Starting back to the 13th row here tonight, the 25th starting position. That'll be the number 40 of Rob Higgins at number 40. And starting there will be Kevin O'Brien. Starting in the 14th row, A.J. Watkins and Bob Higgins will round down our starting grid here tonight. So the field is set. We're ready to go racing. Are you ready, race fans? Because now is the only time you have to get a drink, because the field is about to get wild. Tonight's race scheduled length around the 1.5 mile Speedway is 90 laps here at Las Vegas. And we're ready to go. Are you ready, race fans? Who do you got in tonight? Who do you got out? 28 cars made the tow. It looks like only 26 drivers possibly out onto the Speedway here tonight. We'll see if we can get a confirmation on that one here just after we get ready to go green flag racing. We'll find out when the transponders start working. Cody Sleeper, Chris Hammond into the restart zone for the first time here tonight. We're green flag racing at Las Vegas. The Big League Chew number 7 leading the way here down into turn number 1. Cody Sleeper's best qualifying effort of the season. Got to watch out for that second row, though. Jonica Single and James Skelton, 3 wide for the race lead here on lap number 1. Chris Hammett looking like he's going to go to the point here, lap number 1. So Chris Hammett, the race leader here, lap number 1. So Chris Hammett takes the race lead. That puts Cody Sleeper in the middle again. Down to the inside this time will be the number 1, or sorry. That's the number 11 on Jonica Single. Big League Chew Chevrolet, though, able to hold its own. One driver up to the outside, the one-armed bandit, number 51. That'll be DJ Anderson. Anderson back there. He's right on top of the Wendy's biggie bag. Sean Single trying to take that second spot away, still working the inside of the track. There's one driver going to tap the outside wall that time. That'll be the 64. Alien Wear Machine and Jason Wells. Sleeper will hold on to that. Now look at James Skelton. That Chevrolet not going in the right direction. There's Roy Fernandez. Fernandez trying to see if he can pick up a win here late in the regular season. Maybe he can lock himself in. Everybody spread out. A lot of racing room out here tonight. These drivers will have a ton of room here in these NASCAR Next Generation machines. There you see Ryan O'Donnell. That's Cole Day to the inside of him. These drivers battling back here outside the top 15 currently. Craig Schwartz, who ran a part-time schedule here, car number 22, the yellow flame blue entry. A dirt racer, raced out at the Eldora Speedway for a couple of years. Picked up a couple feature wins in competition. Then went on tour with the World of Outlaw Late Model Series as a crew guy, turning the wrenches for some of the fastest drivers on the world. Guys hanging out here on iRacing with us for a little while before he goes back out on the road. There you see James Skelton, DJ Anderson, Sean Butler all in the mix. There's Max Terriel. Max was 1 lap, almost 2 miles away from picking up a big win last week. Him and Sean Butler made a little contact. The win ended up going to Sean Butler, giving him his 41st win of his career. Also putting Sean Butler inside the top 12 with a win. Max has picked up 2 more wins this season. Max just not getting the finish he thought he deserved last week. Skelton in the Kubota entry, the Onyx. Chevrolet trying to reel back in. Shanika Single in that number 11 FedEx machine. Getting a lot of vibes right now of Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin. I don't know if you race fans are picking up on that, but Sean Single and James Skelton have had a couple run-ins along the way over the last couple of seasons. So I'm starting to think they're calling themselves Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain, as here comes the Denny Hamlin wannabe of Shanika Single, trying to take the peak to the inside here on car number 7 of Cody Sleeper. Sleeper set the quick time here tonight, and then ever since has been running into that second spot. We'll put another lap in the books here tonight. It'll be 9 out of the 90 scheduled in the books already. Roy Fernandez has moved up. Oh, Shanika Single gonna get into Cody Sleeper. Sideways goes Sleeper. He hangs onto it, but look at the momentum that they have lost down there. There goes Butler. They're gonna go 3 wide now. Let's see if the tires here for the number 7 have cooled off enough that he can keep going. Car got a little push tight, then loose there. That time down at 3. Here comes the number 1 now of James Skelton. He's gonna try to get down to the bottom. Look how close of racing we got here tonight. These drivers going everywhere and anywhere that they can to find some speed. So now it is Chris Hammett, Roy Fernandez, DJ Anderson. Look at one driver way down. Contact, one of the fence line. That was the Wendy's Biggie Bag, number 62, that got squeezed. It was Craig Schwartz, Tim Combs, and the Wendy's Biggie Bag of Ethan Troutman. If my map does serve me right, Ethan Troutman is the only driver in the series here that has, well, still has every lap this season under his belt. It would be an accomplishment, and it has never been done before where one single driver has completed every lap of every race. Will he be able to be the first one? Wendy's got her hair trimmed there, though, while he went up into the outside wall. Sean Single still falling through the field a little bit, and actually looks like he's gained 1 spot back now that I look at it. But he's battling now with the 42 of Max Terriel. Can't really decipher if the outside lane here early on is better than the inside lane, or the inside's better than the outside lane, because we've seen Roy Fernandez, who is running in the 2nd position now. Car number 69. There you see the Black Rifle Coffee, number 69, of Roy Fernandez. Well, he's been using the outside lane a lot here. Chris Hammett's been down around the bottom. They're running 1 and 2 on the Speedway right now, so tell me which lane is faster. Obviously, Chris Hammett got to the race lead, and he's been able to hang on to it. DJ Anderson, you can see the one-arm bandit down on the bottom side. He's just rocking and rolling down low here. Shanika Single also trying to get underneath the 88. Has a really fast rocket ship here tonight. Probably has, well, he's got FedEx Express on there. Probably has to deliver some packages here very fast. James Skelton working against the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. One driver sideways. That was the number 3 of Tony Strano. There you see Tony Strano, the Victory Junction gang, number 3. Tony comes in with a birthday here tonight, and I am supposed to remind Joe that Mom loves him more. That's why it's his birthday. Hey, his words, race fans. I'm just telling you what he told me. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny myself. Right now, Tony's running back into the 16th position here. Ryan O'Donnell trying to pass Wendy's biggie bag, number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Troutman came into the night in the championship standings. He was the first driver that was not locked in by a win. So he was sitting actually 7th overall in the championship standings. Taking a look at it, he had about a 40-point lead, so looking at the car count here tonight, we can count Ethan Troutman as taking a playoff spot here. So he will lock himself in now. One driver I'm not seeing in the field here tonight is car number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Maybe I'm missing his name on the scoring loop, but I don't see the number 2. So that's really going to throw a monkey wrench into this field of drivers that are trying to lock themselves in. We're going to have to see where that all stands at the end of the night. One driver going to lap down there. That is the Kevin O'Brien entry. The race leader's getting around him as O'Brien works the bottom side of the speedway. DJ Anderson just got around Roy Fernandez also. You see this pack is coming back to the front of the field here. We're going to now complete lap number 20. Laps clicking off and flying by here tonight. 30 and a half seconds is what it takes to get around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Taking a look, if I do remember right, I think Kurt Busch may hold the record here, and that is correct. The qualifying record here at Las Vegas was a 27.498-second lap. So that is absolutely blistering around this speedway. And that was back in 2016. So you can tell we're about 3 seconds off the record. Sean Single still trying to work his way back into the top 3 here tonight. He was running 3rd when he went for a slide with Cody Sleeper. Sleeper's drifted back to the 8th position, where Sean Single is now paddling to try and get back into that 4th spot. There you see the Camry. Next, Harrigan's right there also. Probably looking at a pit stop here in the next 7 laps, if not sooner. For a lot of these drivers, you're probably looking at a good 2, maybe a 3-stop race. So one driver got a little sideways that time off the corner. That was the 17. We have caution on the speedway. Cold Day along with Ethan Troutman wrapped up in one right here. Cold Day up against the outside wall. He's stopped there in the 99 as Ethan Troutman is going to roll away. And Cold Day was the driver that came in tonight, as he was the last driver in. Looks like he's going to pull it right down to pit road. His night may be over with. Let's take a quick look back here. We already see them up against the outside wall. We're going to have to look back a little bit farther. Let's follow this pairing off turn number 2, see if there was anything that happened. Maybe something going wrong on that number 62. See, Cold Day is up top, and looks like maybe Troutman didn't want to go as far down as Day thought, and then Day gets pinched up against the wall. Yeah, it looks like they just anticipated that the number 62 of Troutman was going to go lower. And unfortunately, both come to a rest there. It looks like Cold Day has called it an evening here. Drivers coming to pit road, though, so we'll see which one of these drivers are able to make a quick pit stop here. I do suspect 4 tires and fuel for all these drivers. See who wins the battle. Brandon Feeney in the Feeney call staying out here. Chris Hammett down on the way. A little trouble there for the number 11 of Sean Single. Looked like maybe a little bit of a stall hesitation. But it will be Chris Hammett, DJ Anderson, Roy Fernandez, Sean Single, then Sean Butler, Max Tarrant, James Skelton, Cody Sleeper, Tim Combs, and Jeffrey Souza is how they all come off the pit road. There you see Brandon Feeney. He did stay out in car number 38. He will be the race leader. I do suspect he will come to pit road. Good looking number 38 of Brandon Feeney there. Taking a look at it right now. Cold Day is down on pit road with car number 99. So is Ethan Troutman. They're both sitting currently on pit road, as Brandon Feeney will come. It's a good-looking number 38. I can't get over the fact that that is such a good-looking car. So as he comes to pit road, another driver coming down is, looks like that's the 184 Kevin O'Brien. So Chris Hammett will retain the race lead here. The one-arm bandit of DJ Anderson will be scored in second. Roy Fernandez, Shanika single. That'll be the first 2 rows as we get ready to go back racing. Championship implications, though, into that rack. We have talked about how Ethan Troutman has completed every lap this season. He is now, well, there he is. He's coming back out onto the raceway. The problem is he's going to have some damage now on that machine. How fast will the Wendy's Biggie Bag be able to flap around? He was into the wall a time before. And we talked about the other championship implications. Cold Day had a 20-point lead over Dalton Williamson coming in. Dalton Williamson is still out there onto the Speedway. He is actually right there, car number 61. He's running into the 15th position. So it was a 20-point swing is what would have needed for Dalton Williamson to leapfrog Cold Day. I'm looking at it right now. And barring any crazy drop week in there between the 2 drivers, right now Cold Day would still be in by minimal points right now. Very minimal. We're talking 5 points right now in Day's favor. That's as they run at this moment. That could change. Dalton Williamson's still out there. So we'll see how that continues to shake out. We'll still follow that one here tonight. Ready to go back racing, though, as the lights on the iRacing.com pace car are off. Cold Day looks like he has retired from tonight's event here in car number 99. Too much damage on the 99 of Cold Day, so he will let the chips lay on the table here tonight at Las Vegas, and he'll see where, well, what we land on. So 26 drivers remain. The green flag is back up. We're racing once again here in Las Vegas. Can Chris Hammett pull out to the front like he did on the opening lap and try to run away and hide from the old boys? hold on to her, DJ. DJ went way down low. He'll take the race lead. Everybody did take 4 tires, by the way. As DJ Anderson looking to go to the point for the first time here tonight. Third new leader of the evening. Nope, only second. Brandon Feeney did not get credited with a lap led here tonight, so the second leader of the night. Chris Hammett led the opening 28 laps. DJ Anderson led that lap, but here comes the number 6 of Chris Hammett to the outside. Let the momentum roll for car number 6 of Chris Hammett. Sean Single up to the outside along with the 42 of Max Terriel. There is Sean Butler on the bottom. And then you see the orange number 1, that Kubota entry. That is James Skelton back there. Back to the point goes Chris Hammett. He'll flex the muscle. So he'll flex a little muscle here tonight. Shanika Single in car number 11 has been very, very fast. Oh, sideways. One car headed to the inside wall. That's the number 4 of Souza. Souza trying to save her. He'll spin to the inside and stand analyzer number 4. Spins it down to the inside. No. No caution flag, and it looks like he'll take the tow. Let's watch this back. Watch that number 4. The white machine down to the inside. This is the replay. It just gets loose down on the bottom. Craig Schwartz nowhere to go. Right into the side. Schwartz keeps it going, and unfortunately Souza going to spin it around. So Souza will find himself on pit road. As there comes the field, they will put him a lap down. That'll be 2 laps down now, actually. That's how fast we're cruising along the race here. Souza, another one of those drivers that was not locked in. So now that Jeffrey Souza and Cole Day, both championship contenders, down on pit road with issues. Souza was 20 points. Trying to just make sure I have it right. 20, he was exactly 19. He was 19 points up on Cole Day coming into the night's race of that cut line. One driver coming back out. Here comes Souza. He is going to storm back out onto the raceway. There you see the stand analyzer number 4 coming back out. There you see Souza coming back out here tonight. He's out in front of the race leaders right now. There you see the field bearing down on him. Souza is already 2 laps down with the race leaders. We'll see where he will shuffle through. Don't know if he put new tires on that or if he just took that immediate quick tow to pit road. Sean Single did get to the outside of Roy Fernandez and get around him. Now DJ Anderson is trying to do the same thing. Actually, the Anderson trying to look to the bottom. He's a bottom feeder here tonight. Who is the blue car way up against the fence line? That looks like that is the 45 of Tim Williams. There is that 45, the driver out of Canada, the Platinum RV and Services Red Esports driver. Got himself a heck of a run here so far today. 13th place currently on the ticker. DJ Anderson got loose that time out of the corner. He went up the track. Everybody dived underneath him. There went Sean Butler. There went James Skelton. And now he's stuck in a hornet's nest because there's Max Terriel down to the inside. Ryan O'Donnell is right there. And this group is just grouped up, packed up, and looks like a lot of good racing right here. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking for Richard Murdoch out there tonight. He must be out on the lake on his brand new boat because he's not here tonight. So Murdoch, who was sitting 11th overall in the championship standings, is not here. So that's going to drop him, I think, outside the top 12. Then again, these drivers do have a drop week, so you got to remember the drop week. Sean Single to the point as Chris Hammett went up the Speedway in turn 4. So that will put Sean Single now as the new race leader, the third race leader of the night. He got that 2 laps ago. As you see him all work down the back straightaway, you're looking at first all the way through 15th right here in this front pack. Then it's Joshua Buckley, Donald Bennett, Dan Butler, Ethan Troutman, Higgins, Wells, Higgins, Feeney, O'Brien, Schwartz, and Souza. Sorry, Schwartz, the last car in this main pack, or second pack. Now the battle for the race lead will work. Go off turn 2. I thought the 69 of Roy Fernandez was nicely going to get to the inside. He's working on it. He definitely has a fast machine here tonight. Look at them fan out on the front straightaway. James Skelton was the number 1 machine down to the bottom there. They had enough racing room over there to be 5 wide if you wanted them here. Off the turn, here comes Roy Fernandez. He'll point the number 69 to the bottom. Can Fernandez come back around here and lead his first lap of the night? No, it'll be Sean Single leading his 6th lap of the night. Chris Hammett's led 35 so far. Single has led 6, and Anderson has led 1 here tonight. DJ Anderson, you see him back there. Look at these drivers. They are just grouped together. Ryan O'Donnell has just picked them off methodically here tonight. And now look at him. The Turbo Dork Radical Plates number 98 working to the outside here. He is on a burner of a lap. This could be his fastest lap of the race. Let's take a look. And a 30.132 second lap for Ryan O'Donnell, as they still continue to battle for the race lead. Little slip, though, for Roy Fernandez. That'll allow Sean Single to get back to the bottom side, and Fernandez drifted up. Fernandez drifted up. Now he'll come back down to the bottom, and Butler's going to be able to come right to the back bumper of that Chevrolet. So Single is out front here at the halfway point. Next time by, anyway, it will be the halfway point. Look at Joe Strano. Strano's up to the outside. He's following Ryan O'Donnell along. Joshua Buckley is just about pulled into the front pack as we're 3 wide into turn 3. 3 wide. Butler swings it to the bottom. He'll put Fernandez in the middle. And Chris Hammett to the outside. And DJ Anderson says, hey, I want to sneak on by if I can. He'll take the inside and not going to have the momentum. I think he may have lifted off turn 4. As now Anderson will be down on the bottom. Look at Ryan O'Donnell. He's thinking about taking it 3 wide, and that maybe he's slapping on a little more Turbo Dork Radical paints there on that number 51 almost. Everybody's having a whale of a run. Tim Williams is moving up through. So now it's Single. It's Butler, it's Hammett, it's Fernandez, then DJ Anderson. And I know we're just showing you the front of this group here, but take a look back here. There's still battles back here for about the 20th position. You're looking at Bennett, who's running 17th. Then you got Wells right there. You got Higgins. You got these drivers throwing 2x2 slide jobs, crossovers back here, not just up here in the main pack. They're all over. About 5 laps ago, we were talking about James Skelton working his way through the field, and him and Ryan O'Donnell both have fallen back here now to 6th and 7th. That 2-wide racing that we've seen here at the front starting to fade out on this run. They're about 22 laps on these tires, so they're starting to wear out. Question being, when do you come to pit road? Because I'm looking at it, you're not going to be able to make it if you pit here to the end of this race. Chris Hammond, who has led the most laps here tonight, has fallen back to 5th, and he's just been kind of riding there ever since. Jason Wells and Donald Bennett have been going at it here. Bennett with that brightly colored Turn 3 Racing Network, number 31. Back here running into the 18th position. Wells, we've seen him into the wall once here tonight. And then there's Rob Higgins and Dan Butler. Butler, where were you the other day when we had some terrible weather here in Pennsylvania? Nobody gave me the heads up that it was coming. The wind was blowing. I can tell you the clouds were darker than heck. And reports of tornadoes about 30 miles down the road. No Dan Butler, no Storm Magnet telling me they were coming. Sean Single is still the race leader, so it's Single, it's Butler, it's Fernandez. That's still the top 3 here. You see 2 lap cars out in front of the race leaders right now. That is Craig Schwartz and Jeffrey Souza. But green flag pit stops are pending. This will be lap number 26 on the tires for a lot of these drivers. We estimate 30 laps per stint here. Some of these drivers we've known, they can though push the envelope on fuel. We've seen it. See the number 6 of Chris Hammett now taking back a spot there from DJ Anderson. He fell back to 5th. We talked about him falling back to 5th and then kind of riding. Now he's starting to make his charge back through, maybe knowing that the pit stops are looming. Cody Sleeper, though, started on the pole here tonight, back into the number 7 machine. He has fallen all the way back to the 13th spot here. He was sideways. Remember, him and Sean Single got together. They had gotten together, and then Cody Sleeper was so sideways he was looking at the inside wall. Tim Williams tried to throw a little bit of a block there on the 17 of Tim Combs. Combs, a amateur professional golfer. I'm going to try and best imitate him here this Friday when I head on over to New Jersey into a golf tournament. I'm going to hope that maybe Combs can analyze my swing before I go. It's been a while since I swung a golf club, but hey, they said tournament. They also said beer, so I mean, I guess I'm going to go. Have to dust off the old spikes and see how they dig into the grass too, see if we have to replace them. We don't need to be swinging as hard as we can to hit 400 yards and fall flat on our behind. Josh Buckley has worked his way back into this pack. Now, we talked about how it was 2 big packs. Now it's about 3 packs sprinkled here and there also. Joshua Buckley now working his way to the tail of that second group. And here comes Josh Buckley. Look at that, right on cue. He'll come to pit road. Oh! Buckley went to downshift, and it downshifted straight into the wall right there where it says Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That was not planned. Buckley's entry to pit road was planned, but not into the inside wall. Watch it back here. See if we can find it again. Watch the 13 MA. He will come to pit road. You see him off the gas, off the gas, off the gas. And the car, when he goes to downshift, it just steps out from underneath him. Left front damage. The checkered flag auto supply entry. Pit stop done, and away he goes. Josh Buckley, I'm trying to see if he went a lap down on that one. Craig Schwartz going a lap down right now. And yes, Joshua Buckley did go a lap down. Rob Higgins also going a lap down as he was to pit road also. Roy Fernandez now to pit road in the number 69 machine. There you see him coming down. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for the Lansing, Michigan driver. Shanika Single coming to pit road. Look at pit road now, a busy, busy place. These drivers, I'm being told, if they can save about a lap, they will make it if there is no overtime here tonight. So barring any overtime, these drivers are right on the fringe. We will see. Race leader now, Sean Butler. Here comes DJ Anderson. He'll come to pit road. He'll bring James Skelton along with him. Tim Combs will come. One sideways back there. Is everybody done with their service and away? So far, it's been 4 tires and fuel for everybody coming to pit road. Sean Butler is the race leader. Looks like he is off the racing surface. Sparks flying out from underneath his 88. So he'll come right here. Max Terrell also coming. They are the last 2 of the front runners here tonight. That means Brandon Feeney will get the race lead, but he will come to pit road. So DJ Anderson looking like he may be the driver that takes over the race lead here. Waiting to make sure it all cycles through, but I'm looking at it, and I think that may be the way it goes. See where Sean Butler and Max Terrell come out of pit road at. Blistering stops for Sean Butler, though. Not sure if that was a 4-tire stop or not for the 88 of Butler, but he will come out with the race lead, but ahead of steam coming at him. About 30 miles an hour faster is coming DJ Anderson down the back straightaway. Sean Butler will get to the corner, and that will save him. The speeds have evened out between the Anderson machine and the Butler number 88, and Butler will come back around as the race leader. So Butler's the race leader with DJ Anderson in second. James Skelton is running into the 3rd position with Sean Single now back and forth. Chris Hammett, who has led the most laps here tonight, he is sitting there in the 5th position. Then Roy Fernandez has fallen outside the top 5 on this green flag cycle. And everybody is now spread out here, so you're going to have to hope that somebody makes a mistake if you're wanting to pick up a position here. Ryan O'Donnell is sitting in 7th right now with Tim Williams having a career run here tonight. He is running 8th. And then the big pack of cars being led by the number 42 of Max Terrell. Oh, went into the wall there. Talk about a mistake. That was number 43 of Joe Strano. The Road Rage Accessories, number 43 of Joe Strano, just pancaked the right side of that car off turn number 2. Trying to follow that number 42 right now. Cody Sleeper trying to pick up some spots here. He's as low as he has been all night under the green flag circumstance. Cody Sleeper, the driver out of Lansing, Michigan. The Big League Chew, number 7, picked up his first career pole here tonight at Las Vegas. And now he's running back into 14th. Almost 3 wide, though, out in front. That's Dalton Williamson, Joshua Buckley, and Zach Mitchell. Mitchell in car number 8 here tonight. Driving the 4X Racing entry. He is the lowest running driver out of the 4X Racing stables. His companions all inside the top 7. Maybe we should tell him, Zach, the gas pedal's on the right side, and you try to pass the drivers that are in front of you, not follow them. I've been told that before. I don't know if it's true, but I mean, that's just what I'm told, so I'm passing on some information that may be helpful, or maybe not. Then again, they're out there, and I'm up here. Bob Higgins back here, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 30. Checkered Flag Auto Supply celebrating 20 years in business in the Higgins family. We thank Bob for his continued support here with Red Light Racing and local grassroots racing also. You can find them in Ayer, Massachusetts. That's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Sean Butler is still the race leader here tonight. And he has absolutely checked out. It's Butler, it's Anderson, it's Skelton here. And I can tell you a little bit of a secret they've told me from pit road. Those top 3 drivers, they all put on 2 tires here. So a 2-tire stop for them. See how that plays out in the long run. Right now for Anderson and Butler, it is good. Skelton that time actually pulled away from Sean Single. And Chris Hammond is still sitting there. Looking at the drivers that are up inside the top 5 right now, Chris Hammond is locked in. DJ Anderson, Sean Butler, James Skelton, DJ Anderson, and Chris Hammond. There we go. We can get it now. All have wins, and they are inside the top 5, so they don't have to worry. Sean Single is the first driver that does not have a win. Then Ryan O'Donnell back there, who's running into the 6th spot as he's working underneath Roy Fernandez. Those 2 drivers don't have a win, along with Roy Fernandez and Tim Williams. Tim Williams would qualify if he was to win this race. He's 32nd overall in the championship standings. But what qualifies him, if he were to win here tonight in car number 45, is that he has raced over half the regular season races. This is race number 8 for him this season. So as long as he were to finish this race and win, if he can win, he would get locked in. What an underdog story that would be for Tim Williams to pull that feat off here tonight. He's having a really good run. The car looks good, and he has ran from high to low line all night long, and it's just been fast. Last time by, he was actually the fastest car on the Speedway, was Tim Williams. We'll see if he can keep the pace up in car number 45. The Canadian Bacon Eater, they call him. Race leaders have backed their pace down a little bit here. I don't know if it's a tire-saving strategy between Sean Butler and DJ Anderson or not, but they have slowed the pace of the race leaders up. As you can see, the 51 of Anderson. Butler thought about blocking him and now thinks better of it. He'll go to the top side as Anderson takes the top spot. Some battling back here. Ryan O'Donnell looks like his car has started to fade here in this run. Only 15 laps for Ryan O'Donnell on this tire run. And it just seems like he has not been able to find grip in that number 98. And he'll lose a couple more here. They were 3 wide. Now Dalton Williamson thinking about going 3 wide. Trying to think about coming up the gut like a running back. We've had 4 leaders here tonight. Chris Hammond leading the most laps at 35. Sean Single has led 21 laps here tonight, while Butler has led 15, and now Anderson is en route to lead his 4th lap of the evening. So they're come by this time. They will see 15 laps remaining. There's second. James Skelton has started to pull away from Sean Single and Chris Hammond. Tim Williams picking up another one, picking him up, putting him down here. Does he have enough time? 15 laps, about 4.5 seconds. Race fans, there is enough time right now for Tim Williams to upset the league, the series, tonight's race here at Las Vegas. Can he keep the run going? Is going to be the question. Looks like Joe Strano, Max Terrell, and Zach Mitchell are also closing in on this group of cars here. But how fast can Tim Williams get through these next three drivers is going to be a big factor here tonight, as if he can finish this one off and close in on the race leaders. Needs to get a run, and every run he gets, he needs to take at this point. As now Sean Single will pass up James Skelton. Looks like the two tires for the number one of Skelton have gone away. Put Tim Williams now into the 5th position and running. Joshua Buckley coming out of pit road right ahead of these drivers. Roy Fernandez also closed in. Here's that Joe Strano, Max Terrell, and Zach Mitchell. 12 laps to go. Race leaders are absolutely checked out right now, 5 seconds. So they are actually pulling away from the pack. Williams running the way extreme outside here again. Now Fernandez will slip by. 45 of Williams was very fast, but now that he's got a lot of traffic in front of him that's all grouped up, the dirty air probably buffering off the 45. It's just not handling the same way. There goes the one of Skelton right back by the 45. The dream of Tim Williams picking up the win here tonight. Well, with 10 laps to go, it's starting to slip. It's starting to fade now. At one time, it was the fastest car on the Speedway. Now he has fallen all the way from 4th. Back here to 9th, and looking like Joe Strano may take 9th from him yet. And he will. Williams will fall all the way back to the 10th position here as we come to get 9 laps remaining. DJ Anderson opened up his lap, or his lead a little bit last lap. As Sean Butler having some problems. He was down on the apron. Got that left front on the apron. Sean Single back here is losing toe there from the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. Buckley was one of the drivers that was on the outside looking in coming into the night. There you see Josh Buckley running currently in the 24th position. Fernandez under pressure now. He was just up there running into about the 4th position and now's fallen back here to 8th. There goes Zach Mitchell. A long run here to finish this one off tonight. You can see how the tires, if you abused them, it looks like you're starting to fade and fall back now at the end of this one. Ryan O'Donnell, remember we talked about him? He's now back to 15th. 15th. And the birthday boy is looking to get around him yet. Now look at the lead, 1.3 seconds. DJ Anderson just absolutely blistering. He'll see 5 fingers in the air this time with just 5 laps to go. 5 to go and a lot of movement back here in the mid-pack. Fernandez and Williams falling way back. I'm talking way back like Cadillac seats back. So does anybody have anything for DJ Anderson? It's looking less and less likely. Josh Buckley just passed Sean Butler. That's not a pass for position. But it looks like Sean Butler either is too close on fuel or the tires have just fallen off that much. See if we can ride on board in here. Oh yeah, right there. That's the good indication. Low on fuel. Sean Single is coming. 3 laps remaining. Will Butler put up a fight? He will not. He'll go to the inside here. He'll let Single have the outside lane. So now Sean Single will get second as the popsicle sticks go up. It'll be 2 more times. So 2 more times for DJ Anderson. Only 3 miles of racing left, as you can see him right there. Joshua Buckley took a lap back. Looking for the white flag this time. DJ Anderson just wants to cross the line. The white flag is up. It's the final lap around the Speedway. So Anderson looking to just come back around here and pick up another win. It could be win number 18 of his career with the series. Win number 3 of the season. He'll get back out of turn 4. He will pick up the win here tonight. It will be the number 51 of DJ Anderson crossing the line first here tonight. He'll pick up the win. Sean Single will be credited with second. Third to James Skelton. Fourth to Max Terriel. Fifth to Chris Hammett. Sean Butler coasts across the line out of fuel. He'll finish in 6th. 7th to Zach Mitchell. Cody Sleeper in a career best 8th place finish. Tim Combs in 9th. Jason Wells into the 10th spot. That's your unofficial top 10 here tonight as DJ Anderson. There's your winner. So DJ Anderson picks up the win here tonight. Come by. Don't know if he has any fuel, race fans. We're about to find out. Does he have any fuel to spin the car around for you? Looks like he does not. He'll stop the number 51. Oh, he found it. Maybe flip the switch. So as Anderson to burn him down here, we're going to talk to DJ Anderson in your Liquid Motley post-race show here tonight. So he picks up the win. We'll take a quick break here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we'll be back with your Liquid Motley post-race show.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing. Tonight, Las Vegas, it was a cut race. Time for drivers to put all their chips on the table and see will they will fall at the end of tonight. And we can tell you there were some drivers that may have exited early here tonight that may now be on the outside looking in. We'll have to see where those drivers all land after tonight's race and all the points are tallied up. But what we can tell you here is we can start things off with your Liquid Moly post-race show here with your race winner, because that is 100% official here tonight. How about it, DJ Anderson? A late race gamble here in Las Vegas will put you in victory lane for the third time this season.
Yeah, it wasn't really a gamble. I knew coming in the lap that we needed to kind of go on just one stop, and when that caution came out, I told my teammate Sean that we're good to go. We're just gonna have to keep running our normal pace of saving that right front, and we'll be fine. It should have been a 1-2. Sean should have won this race. The auto fuel thing screwed him over because he pitted a lap later, so it gave him just enough fuel to make it to the end, so he didn't get it full and ended up running out of gas. So should have been a 1-2 for us, but you know, it's nice to get the win, especially tonight driving one-handed with the injury to my wrist. But feels good. Hopefully it's a booster going into the playoffs.
Well, you talk about the wrist not feeling good, but I mean, how hard was it out there tonight to battle these drivers as close as that pack was there for a good majority of this race and really only have one wrist to lean on?
It was, I just made sure I stayed on the bottom. It was trying to make everyone kind of go around the outside so I could just kind of run my little Kevin Harvick line to save that right front for the long run. And of course, it was also good for saving fuel, but I felt like, you know, Sean and I were probably one of the quickest cars out there on speed. So, I mean, to win it on fuel is, you know, it's good. It's what I'm good at, but I felt like we had the speed to win it on top of that. So, you know, I got loose in the middle of the race, and I had to grab the wheel for the first time, and had a few tears coming out of my eye because it was pretty painful trying to save it to not wreck. So that was probably the highlight of my race, not spinning out and wrecking myself and the rest of the field, I think.
Well, you did a great job at that. Now headed into the playoffs, what's the mindset? How do you change from the regular season mindset, wrist injury, now to playoff racing?
Well, I'm going to try to rest up and hope it's better by next week. And, you know, looking forward to, I think we're at Kentucky, run pretty good there. So I feel like we'll definitely be good on speed there. Dover in the trucks. I love running the trucks anywhere. So looking good there. Just kind of want to make it through this first round. And, you know, the second round is the one that I'm really kind of up in the air about. So, but we just got to take it one race at a time.
Well, listen. Ibuprofen and ice is going to be your best friend, and maybe take a shot of that Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So let's get you out of here tonight. Let's roll the red carpet out. The microphone is yours once again for the third time this season. You're the race winner.
It feels good to be in victory lane. Thank you for doing this. Guys at Red Light love racing with these guys. Like you said, I'm sure it's going to be a fun race to go back and watch. A lot of clean racing and hard racing. My teammate Sean Butler, you know, we work hard on these races every week, and I feel like we've been there. Unfortunately, he hasn't had the wins. I have, so hopefully we can kind of continue that run. You know, with him winning last week and me winning this week, I think we can kind of carry it into the playoffs and hopefully be there at the championship.
There you hear it from your race winner of DJ Anderson tonight. He will take the Mountain Dew Baja Blast one-armed bandit machine to victory lane. He'll pick up that third win and worry about the playoffs starting next week. The driver, though, that will finish into the second spot, he drives the number 11 FedEx machine here tonight. How about it, Shanika? A little late race, couple passes here gets you into that, but it wasn't so smooth sailing the entire race. A little contact in the early opening laps.
Yeah, if you tap the apron down there, the thing got really loose. So I was glad I was able to rebound. Honestly, this was such a fun race that for some reason the outside line was really fast, and even when the car got loose, kind of like hanging on to it. I know me and Sean were battling early, and then just getting the momentum back to the front. It's nice to come back up to the booth and talk to you.
Well, you get up here. So what was the strategy coming in? Was it going to be the low line here? You said the outside lane was fast, but it was also loose, and fast and loose on the verge of wrecking. You know, the whole Days of Thunder aspect. Where did the car really, though, on the long run, set down?
Felt like all my speed was coming in turn one. I could really set it up well, especially in traffic, to get around people or at least stay next to them so that they couldn't get past me. I struggled through 3 and 4, but I mean, in the end, it still worked out. So happy that I'm up here.
You're the only driver on the podium here tonight that has not picked up a win, and we can tell you that you will lock yourself in on points this season. How does it feel to not have a win, but know you still have the speed to finish on the podium up here with these drivers and lock yourself in?
Honestly, it hurts. I was talking with Chris, Zach, and Ryan on the team, and I was like, it's been so long since I've gotten to victory lane, so this felt like a race where I could do it. We have a couple races coming up where I think I can finally get that win, but it's going to take some time, going to take some practice, and just focus too.
What do you say you go get some practice? Who you got thank here tonight driving that ugly FedEx Express number 11?
Hey, I don't think it's ugly, but I got to thank my parents. They're watching every night I race. Got to thank the guys over at 4X Racing, the strategy calls that they make, and make it a lot more fun when you're able to interact without having to worry about other people knowing your strategy. Got to thank my buddy Will. He's always watching, the Boondock Saints, and then as well as the Saturday squad. Thank all of them. Ryan for the paints and everything that goes into this. All the admins, James, Josh. I'm forgetting one. I think it's Richard. So really fun.
Well, Richard's forgettable. We can say that. He's forgettable that he wasn't even here tonight, but there it is. Sean Single will finish into the second spot here tonight. That leaves one driver out there, and it's the Kubota Chevrolet here tonight. And no, it's not the number 86. It's the number 1. James, you threw us for a loop out there tonight, but you did a couple loops yourself, and you rallied back for third.
Yeah, the Kubota Chevrolet number 1 was it was good. It's just a strategy thing. Just early on, I was trying to save fuel. Actually, on the practice race yesterday, I preferred the middle to the top lane. I thought I could really drive off, and I thought that was faster cars, but we were all just so lumped together. I was just trying to save fuel, and then on that last one, I accidentally saved too much. I thought the 11 and 6 were out, so I let them pass me so I can draft behind them and let them get too far away. And it is what it is. I got third place, so good finish and going off to the playoffs.
You got a third place finish, but when you looked out in front of you at the end of this one, you saw that number 11. What was going through your head when you saw that Shanika Single in car number 11 was going to be James Skelton in car number 1?
No, it was all good. He ran a great race. He had that one little bobble early, and obviously him and the 6 saved enough fuel. Would I like to beat him? Yeah, but I would like to beat any other second place guy or whatnot. So it was pretty cool that we ran the paint schemes. Thought it was pretty fitting and it was fun. And hopefully everybody who's watching enjoyed it.
So you mean we can't say there's a fight in the pits?
No, he is up 2-0 on me this season. So, come playoff time, I have a few to give.
Well, it was a great run for you here tonight at Las Vegas, but now you got to flip the script. You got to get out of this next generation Cup car, and you got to hop into the old Xfinity machine for 90 laps at Kentucky up against the boards. Is that something you're ready to go up there and run right against the wall?
Yeah, Kentucky's a good track for me. It's not a great track. Well, I'd care less about winning the first round or really the second round. The whole goal is just to make it to the next round. So I'm usually pretty conservative on the strategy. Just, want to make sure I qualify up front. Don't do anything silly, knocking the right front off. Get solid pit stops, and that should get me, hopefully to the second round and go from there.
We look forward to seeing you next week in the first round of the playoffs. But before we let you go, who do you got to thank? We know it's not Kubota and Onyx.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, let's. Gotta thank you, Roger. Definitely check out the broadcast tonight. Should be a pretty good one. All the drivers, for us being so tight, for the amount of cautions we had, that was really good. Josh, he does so much for the league. Richard couldn't make it tonight. Got to give a shout out for Souza. He did a little tweak to his paint scheme. I had Melon Man on it, and he put my name on there, so I appreciate that. All the sponsors that help us out throughout the season. We really couldn't do it without them. All the fans that are watching, and see everybody next week.
There you heard it from James Skelton. He'll finish third here tonight. DJ Anderson does pick up the race win. And it was Sean Single and James Skelton's finishing second and third. Max Theriault unofficially will finish right there in that fourth position. Fifth position here tonight will be Chris Hammett, followed by Sean Butler, Zach Mitchell, Cody Sleeper having a career night here tonight, snagging the pole and then finishing into the 8th spot. Ninth will be Tim Combs, Jason Wells to the 10th spot. Dalton Williamson in 11th. Ryan O'Donnell was 12th. 13th was Joe Strano. Tony Strano, oh boy, the Strano brothers finishing 13th and 14th. Tony's night, but Joe will spoil the party. Tony will finish 14th. Roy Fernandez slips late in this one. He'll finish 15th. Brandon Feeney with a 16th place finish. Then it was Dan Butler in 17th with Donald Bennett in 18th. Ethan Troutman, let's see, completes every lap here tonight, so he is the only driver still to complete every lap of the season. He'll finish 19th. 20th will be Tim Williams, and what a night it could have been for Tim Williams. He was on the verge of having a career finish. It could have finished on the podium, but it's going to be relegated to a 20th place finish late. 21st, going to go to Rob Higgins, Craig Schwartz in 22nd, Joshua Buckley 23rd, and Bob Higgins back into the 24th finishing position. Kevin O'Brien was 25th, Jeffrey Souza was 26th, Cole Day was 27th, and a did not start here tonight for A.J. Watkins. That's the 28-car field here tonight that showed up to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the final race of the regular season. That means we go playoff racing. Well, we can only tell you a couple drivers that are officially locked in tonight, and let's start by telling you who those drivers are. Max Theriault, Chris Hammett, along with DJ Anderson, James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Sean Butler, Ethan Troutman, and Sean Single. Those are the official. You can count them, put them in the book. They are locked in. The drivers that we're waiting for word on will be Michael Trevarthen, Jeffrey Souza, Richard Murdoch, Cole Day, or Dalton Williamson. What will be the rest of the top 12 drivers? There's one way to find out, and that's to head on over to redlightracing.net to catch up on all the racing action and all the racing news with Red Light Racing. You'll be able to find the official point standings uploaded here to possibly tonight, possibly tomorrow morning, to figure out which of those drivers are locked in to see if your favorite driver will be battling for a championship here this season. But a great one here at Las Vegas, we can tell you that. It was an absolute bar burner. Probably the best next-gen race that we've had here with the series and its existence. Will that be the case going forward? Because now we switch over to the old Xfinity machines. And, well, those always put on a good show. Then we have the NASCAR truck at the Dover Motor Speedway. So Kentucky and Dover are the next two stops in the next 2 weeks. But until we see you in Kentucky race fans, everybody stay safe. And we'll see you in turn 3.